Hello YouTubers, today some really quick video on how to bleed power steering systems. Now they're all more or less the same. This one's on a Ford Focus, but it's going to make some funny noise, and if you're not used to it you might think you're doing more damage than what you are, but basically this has completely got no fluid in now. We've had to change a pipe, so there's no fluid in this whatsoever, so it's going to make some really horrible noises. So the first thing you obviously need to do is get some power steering oil and fill up the reservoir right to the top. Now without spilling half of it out like I just did. So that's the first thing you want to do. Now next thing you want to do is start the car. Like I said, it's going to make some very horrible noises. And literally what we're doing is turning the steering wheel all the way to one side and all the way to the other side and all the way. Do that a few times. Like I said, this one's completely empty, so I'm going to do that a few times. I'm going to knock the engine back off. I'm going to top up this and basically do the same again. Now that's the noise you can hear, which obviously doesn't sound particularly very nice, but you're okay. Now if you drive like that for a long time making that noise, you would damage your pump. But obviously, we're just bleeding it. It's more or less self-bleeds, to be honest. You just need to kind of help it along. You don't need to open up any bleed nipples or anything like that. So I've topped that up, so I'm just going to do that again. Hopefully this should be the last time. I shouldn't have to top that back up again. I might have to, but it's not a big deal. You just keep turning the steering wheel left and right, left and right, left. Fully locked now, all the way fully locked. And that noise will eventually get quieter and quieter and eventually go. What's also very good to check is just make sure that when you're doing this, the pipe you just put on isn't leaking, because obviously then the noise will never go. Now this one's still making a bit of noise, so I can see the fluid's gone down again, so I'm just going to top it back up again. And now this should be it now. You just double check the connections I've put on. Can't see any fresh leaks. Obviously good, so I'm going to do it one more time. And also, as you can hear, you heard the noise get less and less and less. There's still a bit of noise there, but it's nowhere near as bad as when we started. The other good thing to do is just, once you fully lock it, just hold it on the lock for a couple of seconds each side. So fully lock it, hold it on, go around the other way and hold it on. That will help it bleed as well. Sorted! Now as you can hear, that's sorted. Good stuff. Double check for leaks. No, so we're okay for leaks. Make sure it's at the minimum mark, obviously, before you put the cap back on. I now know this is fine, so I can put the cap back on, and we're good to go. The other good thing to do is obviously check to make sure the steering isn't notchy, so the steering isn't kind of notching around. Obviously, like I said, if your pipe goes and that noise obviously is there as you're driving, if you have to drive 20-30 miles to get back home, you most of it can do, but just let you know, you're going to damage your pump. Your pump will seize. And what that might do is that might stop it from spinning, and then your fan belt will get hot and your fan belt will snap, and then you could be in a world of trouble, because obviously you're not going to get home, especially at night, if your fan belt snaps. So just be aware of it. It's not a particularly big deal, but it can completely get you stuck. So that's the way of bleeding power steering pump systems. Simple enough. Hope it helps. Thumbs up the video and subscribe, and don't forget, get your hands dirty. See you for the next one.